folks, welcome back. It's Friday Fitness with me, Andrew Chadwick, your certified strength coach here at the ETA. Now this week we're going to be talking about a thoracic rotation test. And the reason why we want to look at what's going on at the thoracic spine is simply for the fact of when we get into our backswing or when we're on our downswing, through swing, there's movement going through our spine. We want to be able to turn our spine. We want to be able to get into a posture. We want to be able to turn the hips, but also be able to turn our spine. And then from there, as we transition down, we want to see that the hips can fire, we can disassociate, but we can turn through the back, create a good turn through the body, and that only happens by not only the hips, but also what's going on at the spine. And so if our thoracic spine can't move effectively, can't rotate properly, we are going to see that the hands want to take over. We may see the club get steep. We may see the hands have to do more work on the way down. We could see casting or scooping going on as we get closer to the ball. And so the problem we've got is the thoracic spine has to take a lot of pressure if it can't turn, if it's not mobile, and if it's not strong, so the muscles around it aren't strong. We're going to see a negative effect in the golf swing. And so really trying to avoid that through understanding how much rotation we're getting in our spine. And so the test we would do, I'm going to use the bench here. You can use any seat or anything that you can sit on at home. So we're going feet together, knees together. I'm going to take the club across my shoulders. And from here, I'm just going to simply turn into my backswing. As I turn into my backswing, I want to make sure that my knees and my feet stay together. If my knees come apart, it's simply telling me that I don't have the mobility and I'm having to manipulate my body to create that extra movement. So, feet and knees together, club goes across the shoulders. From here, I'm going to turn into my backswing and I want to see that I can create more than roughly 45 degrees of turn. And so as I turn into my backswing here, I can see I'm creating more than 45 degrees of turn. But I can really feel that my back is starting to activate here. So I'm really starting to notice, yes, I've got the movement to do it, but there's a lot of tension there. So maybe I'm a little bit tight. Maybe I've got to just work on my thoracic rotation a little bit more and the muscles around it to create some kind of freedom. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn into my through swing. Now this, for me, being a right-handed golfer, is very comfortable. I can still feel the left side of my back working. A little bit of a different spot compared to the backswing. And so I'm starting to notice here that as I'm turning in my backswing, maybe there's a little bit of a limitation there. It's not as bad as, say, less than 45 degrees, but it's certainly worse than my through swing. So maybe there's a problem there in my thoracic spine and loading up in my backswing that's causing me to maybe deviate slightly. And so what I would do now is I'd start to isolate that area and start to work on it. Again, when I did my through swing, I started to notice that I felt the tension in a little bit of a different spot, a little more lower back. So that may mean, just as I'm coming through in my through swing, it's just causing a little more tension there than I would like. Maybe later on down the line, towards the back end of a round of golf as well, I'll maybe get some left lower back problems or tightness, maybe weakness is something that I need to address as well. And so really, when we do the thoracic rotation test, can we get to 45 degrees or past? If we can, great, but notice where we feel it as well. Those might be some problem areas that later on down the line, if not addressed, become problems. Folks, that's this week's Friday Fitness. It's just simple, test your thoracic rotation. If you have a problem with your thoracic rotation, you want to start addressing the issues, creating some more rotation through your back, we've got some exercises that are going to come for this, so stay tuned. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back next week with another Friday Fitness for you. I'm Andrew Chadwick, your certified strength coach here at the ETA. Take care.